This is First Warning Weather.
Welcome back. A brief look here at Good Morning Skycam, but Steuben County not under the extreme heat warning. They remain under the heat advisory. We look ahead here into tomorrow, Monday, from 10 in the morning to 8 at night. So we're going to see a couple of counties, Schuyler, Tompkins, Chemung, Bradford, and Tioga, New York, all under the extreme heat warning, looking at potential heat index values up towards 105 degrees. So it's going to feel much warmer than the air temperature, which is still going to be pretty high, up in the mid-90s. Still seeing lots of bits of extreme heat risk there as we head into Monday, but overall, things going to improve by the time we get towards Wednesday. Now, heat index values for Elmira looking at 104 potentially on Monday, 102 for Tuesday, in addition to high temperatures that could get up into the mid-90s. Dew points up above 70. Going to be absolutely tropical-like dew points, and that's what's going to fuel this extra heat coming into the region. Now, temperature-wise, we are still seeing a couple areas at 80 right now. We would get 80 in Dansville, Penn Yan. It's dropped to below 80 now in Wellsboro at 79, 76 for Corning, 77 Ithaca, 81 still in Erin. So some pockets here of the region still dealing with some temperatures in at around that 80-degree mark. It is absolutely brutal even here at 11 o'clock at night, and skies remain clear. So even though there's nothing really trapping that heat into the surface, there's just so much humidity out here this evening. It's keeping temperatures very high across our area. Temperatures will continue to bounce up into the 90s fairly quickly. Don't be surprised if you get to 90 before we even get to lunchtime tomorrow. It'll just keep getting hotter as we head into the late afternoon. Temperatures likely to bounce up further into the mid-90s. Going to feel even warmer here. Here's what we're looking at for some feels-like temperatures. Potentially 109 for Ithaca and Candor. You go further to the east there, Tompkins and Tioga counties. That's where we're seeing some of the highest values, in addition to Schuyler and Chemung County. You're going further to the east. That's where you're seeing some of those 100-plus values, but you're also seeing some in Hornell, Bath, perhaps a couple there in Steuben County. Going forward into Tuesday, similar, not quite as hot, but only by a few degrees here. Still seeing 100 pluses all throughout Schuyler, Tompkins, Chemung, Tioga, even some in Bradford counties. Mainly helped on by the humidity. We keep mentioning this because this is one of the main culprits that is allowing for this oppressively high heat to continue affecting us. Dew points in and around that range of 70, continuing to stay there for several days. And even then, as we go into next weekend, we're still going to be dealing with this tropical-like weather going into the weekend. That's also going to help fuel some thunderstorms in towards Wednesday and beyond. Right now, though, really not going to be seeing too much of those. Monday and Tuesday, the heat will be helped on by a fairly strong ridge of high pressure that'll be settling in over parts of the eastern United States. It's going to directly impact us. That's why we're going to see very little in the ways of rain, at least until we get towards Wednesday. So we're going to be in for the long haul, and this is the impact. Temperatures in the 90s to start back towards the 80s later on in the week. For a 5-degree guarantee, we forecasted 95. We didn't quite get there, but it still felt like it was close to 100 in some spots. 92 ended up being the actual high. Another $5 from Superior Plus Propane to the charity of the month. And we head back down just to 71 tonight, like a high temperature in May, our low temperature in June. Humid conditions continuing on even in the evenings. 96 Monday, 95 Tuesday. Thunderstorms start to come back in. Those pop-up summer-like thunderstorms could provide a little bit of relief as we head later into next week, and temperatures start to inch back towards 80 by next weekend.